As we talk about corruption, this is a discussion that has been existing for a very long time. It's everywhere in the news, even globally. You remember when President Obama was here, he mentioned something to do with that corruption is everywhere, but somehow in Kenya, it is tolerated. You remember that? So with these long existing discussions and complexities, I think it's important for us to also delve into understanding what exactly is corruption. Due to that, I got into seeking the dictionary meaning of corruption, and they are saying that corruption is any dishonest behavior by those in power for selfish gain. Just that. Now, look at this definition. It doesn't even talk about money, which is always a great factor every time people talk about corruption. It is more focused on character, which is also very subjective. You know that? Another thing I get from this definition is that it doesn't have a clear place for public interest, which is a pertinent concern for me. So I think in a way, we need to differentiate corruption from thievery. Or maybe we can have different classes of corruption. Because, you know, there is the general picking of things without permission. Yeah. Like, for example, a man who works in a company that manufactures balls, and he takes one home without permission to his son. Would that be categorized as corruption or stealing? Well, stealing is wrong, and it should be dealt with in accordance with the provisions of the law. But I think I'd be more interested in cases that affect public interest. For example, when money meant for child care support have been squandered, bursaries, a hospital, for persons living with disabilities, such. And I think this is also guided by the principle of community development. I got in the days when I was studying that in community development, community needs override individual needs. What would you think if a senior officer A slashes some money from the allowances of his or her junior staff, and if the same senior officer A pockets money meant for vulnerable people? Are they the same? Is one stealing and another corruption? Are they all corruption? I would be interested in knowing what your definition of corruption is. What does corruption really mean, and how does it look to you in your eyes? Share your perspective so that we can also broaden our understanding of corruption. Thank you.